Hello, my people. Welcome to a new episode today of Lamarr Townsend Tarot. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time it is you're listening and watching. Today we'll be doing a reading on Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, all right, who just recently had a child together, and it's been announced via the Super Bowl a couple days ago or over the weekend that they're expecting a second child together. Now, I have not actually watched the Super Bowl performance yet. I was not able to watch it live. The Super Bowl day was a busy day for me. I had clients back to back to back, one phone call, the next phone call, so I didn't have time to watch her performance. And by the time the end, of the day of the Super Bowl, I was exhausted. All right, so. And then, of course, you go on, and, you still have work to do. So I just haven't had time to get to it. But I've heard some mixed reviews about it. So it is what it is with that. I also wanted to do maybe predicted it. I did a reading on Rihanna a couple months ago, and the Super Bowl, talking about the Super Bowl. So I want to kind of go back and see what came true in that reading, or whatever it is. So with that being said, I've actually seen ASAP Rocky live in concert when I was in college. I don't remember it much. For purposes I'll leave to your imagination. It was college, but it was a really good time. Back when I was in college, ASAP Rocky was really popular. I remember he had a song with Lana Del Rey called Riding. This was way before, he got with Rihanna. This was like back in like maybe the early 2010s, mid 2010s. So, that's kind of interesting, that he's now with Rihanna. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm Lamarr Townsend. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. And I am available for personal readings. So if you would like your own personal reading, do not hesitate to reach out. You can text me at 703-791-9162. You can also, of course, email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Keep in mind that my phone number is for readings only. And I typically will ignore anything else. And also, phone calls, I will also, that's why I say text me, because phone calls, I don't always have time to answer a phone call or be on the phone. So, unless you have a scheduled reading, that's different, So, with that being said, definitely, like I said, visit my website if you'd be interested in a reading as well. Lamarr Townsend. Tarot.com. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. Alright, you can also scroll down and check me out on Instagram and Facebook, where I post regularly as well. And if you would like a reading, if you would like a reading, definitely visit the store section of my website. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, and many different types of things I do offer. I offer email readings, I offer phone readings, I also offer video recorded readings where you email your questions, and then I record myself doing your reading on my own time, and then email you the video download link of your recorded video reading to download and keep. I also offer birth chart readings, both compatibility birth chart readings and individual birth chart readings. I also offer past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I also offer mediumship readings if you want to connect directly to the spiritual realm. As well as tarot classes, astrology classes, and so much more. So definitely check these things out on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. So without further ado, let's see what's coming up for these two, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. Of course, we will do the channeling portion first, and then I'll get into my tarot card second. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Spirit, for opening up the channel so that I can connect with the energy of what's going on with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna moving forward in the future. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions, as well as those watching this video. Thank you for protecting my space from any and all negativity. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what we've got coming up for these two, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Spirit, what can you tell us about what is to come in the future in the relationship and connection between ASAP Rocky and Rihanna? I don't know if these two are married already. Are they married? Because I see Rihanna, I see marriage, but I feel like they're both wearing black. Like, there's something different about Rihanna's wedding gown. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be the traditional white. It could be the traditional white gown, or I almost feel like she could have two gowns, or have like a outfit change or something like that. But I don't know why I see like a black wedding gown. Like they're both wearing black. It's very luxurious. It's very flowy. I feel like it has a lot of. Is it Kremlin fabric or fabric that's see through, but it has those like holes in it. Um, Almost like tutu, like you would see on a tutu, like that kind of fabric. I don't know if it's called Kremlin. I don't know why Kremlin just came to mind. Um, I feel like she looks beautiful. I feel like Rihanna is just going to continue to. First of all, I've been saying for a while that she was going to have children, but I think I get the energy of her being very fertile, very fertile, and I think she could pop out a few more. To be honest with you, I feel like there's all of these like proud moments or milestone moments. The Super Bowl, but she's pregnant at the Super Bowl. I don't know why. Like I see wedding or like marriage, but it's almost like she could be pregnant at the marriage kind of thing. Um, but I almost feel like that's not happening just for no reason. Like it's not a coincidence. I feel like the fact that all of these births and pregnancies seem to happen around, or most of these births or pregnancies seem to happen around milestone moments. That to me signifies that there could be some sort of spiritual influence. You know how sometimes, especially in this our culture, especially in the spiritual culture and things of that nature, a lot of women do tap into spirituality and magic to get pregnant, especially if they're having maybe issues getting pregnant or something like that, or fears of issues of getting pregnant, or an ability to get pregnant. Like there could be something with that. Um, because I see them with maybe at least three children, but I feel like they could have like a fourth. And then it's like, why not add on one more? So it's like at some point they could have a fifth. It's almost like the energy of, well, let's just see if we can pop out one more. Let's just see what happens, before this isn't as easy to do or as possible to do. But I feel like Rihanna, she's very fertile. Like I almost feel like Rihanna could be someone who potentially could have children in her 50s. Allegedly, I'll say. Of course, if she takes care of her body, things of this nature, blah, 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 blah. I hear the word abortion, so it's possible maybe, once again, this is all alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes only, so wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's possible maybe Rihanna's had some sort of experience with that. Maybe losing a child or something along those lines. Because I feel like there's been a couple men. I don't know why I'm literally, and once again, this is alleged. This just could be a metaphor, but I don't know why I'm literally seeing Shia LaBeouf. Like, I feel like there's a couple. I'm not saying Shia LaBeouf is one of these men, by the way, allegedly, but I feel like there's been some men either she's potentially been pregnant by or had a pregnancy scare with, or has lost maybe a child with, or maybe there's just been talks about pregnancy or something like that. Like settling down. Um, like I see Rihanna. This almost looks like in her Good Girl Gone Bad era, whatever that album was called. Um, with the swoop, she has her hair cut short, and then there's the Rihanna swoop that was really popular in like the early 2000s, or the late 2000s, early 2010s. Um, and I just see her kind of stumping her fist, kind of like she's not angry, but she's kind of just like accentuating her point, like I don't want to settle down. But I feel like this is her back in those times, back in that Good Girl Gone Bad era, Disturbia, dun, 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 like that time. So I feel like there were talks of her settling down, maybe with men she was dating, or just amongst her camp back then. But I don't think she was ready. Um, I literally hear her voice, hear her saying, "I was a mess," or "I'm a mess." Like she just was not in a good maybe place back then. She may have been possibly struggling with substance abuse, because I'm definitely seeing potentially some substances here. Um, or just may have had that kind of energy around her that obviously would not have been conducive to her growth and maturity. I see ASAP Rocky being very supportive of whatever Rihanna wants to do, being a very supportive partner, very supportive husband, or at least seemingly playing that role, in public. Like, I feel like he's like very touchy feely with her. Like, I think Rihanna's a Pisces. I wonder what his sign is. Because he comes across as like either fire or water. And fire and water tend to be the most emotional in terms of the elements, whereas air and um, earth, which I'm a lot of earth, tend to be a bit more logical and less emotional. But I feel like he has her arms around her shoulders. He's like kind of all up under her. And I feel like she kind of likes it, but then there's a point where it's like, okay. I feel like it annoys her, once again, this is alleged. I feel like it annoys her when she's trying to do business. Like, kind of thing. Um, I feel like there's a little bit of maybe some insecurities around ASAP Rocky and being in certain rooms. ASAP Rocky comes from the rap industry, the rap genre. Rihanna's more pop, but Rihanna has, transcended past just music into beauty. I think she's done, a couple movies or something like that. She was in Bring It On back in the early 2000s with Hayden Panettiere and Solange Knowles. That was one of my favorite Bring It Ons, actually, besides the original, of course. Um, which actually, Hayden Panettiere is going to be in a new movie soon, actually, coming out next month. I think Scream 6, right? So, anyway. So yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of insecurity because there's something where being with Rihanna gets ASAP Rocky into certain rooms and doors that he otherwise would not have access to, right? But there's a little bit of almost like imposter syndrome, and being a black man also in a lot of these rooms, these very professional, highfalutin industry rooms, where there's most likely probably not a lot of black people, right? Of course, hopefully times change, but also not just being a black man, being a dark skinned black man, right? So there's different layers here of that bring kind of like that insecurity, but there's definitely an energy of like needing to fake it, just fake it till you make it kind of thing. Um, but I want to say he like ASAP needs to be careful with that because that could potentially be his downfall. Um, not maybe in general, I don't know necessarily, but just definitely like in this relationship. Like I don't know why I see that being a point of contention between these two. Because Rihanna is so used to it, so used to being around these types of people, these types of professionals and industry people, and she knows how to deal with them. But also, she's Rihanna, so it's like when she walks in the room, it's like, no matter what industry person you are, it's like, this is Rihanna, darling. So it's like, and then there's the man next to her who is also, just as talented, just as, prominent and things of this nature. So, but I do also hear his past follows him, and then I'm being shown that issue he had a couple of years ago. He had this thing, I think it was overseas, right? Where I guess he beat up a fan overseas or someone who wanted his autograph, or allegedly, I don't know. And then he got caught up overseas, I think in that country. I don't remember what country it was. Um, so it's like there's something where his past could follow him or could catch up to him. Um, Now that he's with Rihanna, obviously a lot of eyes are going to be watching him. Maybe that otherwise would not have cared to watch him. I don't know why I'm also seeing like people connected to Rihanna, meaning people connected to Rihanna business wise, professional wise. Like I almost want to say maybe her managers, her like handlers or something like that. Like I don't know why I'm seeing Jay-Z. Like that kind of thing. You know how Jay-Z, I don't know if Jay-Z's still her manager or whatever it is, or if she's still on his label. But there's like something like that where it's like, okay, we're gonna be keeping an eye on him, a watchful eye on him, because now he's connected to the Rihanna brand, and there's a lot at stake with the Rihanna brand. There's a lot of people behind the Rihanna brand. Rihanna is working herself up to become a Beyonce, honey, but maybe even I want to choose my words carefully. Maybe even a bit more than Beyonce, or a bit more than Beyonce has expanded herself into, if that makes sense. I don't want to compare the two, but when we think of Beyonce, we think of entertainer, we think of like Michael Jackson, that kind of energy. But when we think of Rihanna, we think of businesswoman, like at least to me, like I think of like I don't know why like Elizabeth Taylor comes to mind, but Elizabeth Taylor didn't start in music. She started in acting and then eventually got into beauty and that type of stuff. So, two different, situations, but two different similar trajectories. So, I feel like there's something with ASAP Rocky where over time he will get used to his new status that he's now, acquired and achieved. Um, by kind of not just with being with not just by being with Rihanna, but also just the glow up he's done on himself and continues to work on himself. Actually, there's a really speaking of ASAP Rocky, there's a really just and this interview shows his intellect. He's actually quite intellectual. There's an interview I think with Oxford University that he did a couple years ago that I watched, I think maybe last year or a couple years ago, that was really, really good. So I recommend that interview he did at Oxford University. And it kind of shows a little bit of his nervousness too. Like, I feel like he's a nervous guy, but he kind of plays it off well. But like I said, very supportive of Rihanna, very protective of his children. Um, I see a lot of like home videos, but I don't know why this could be like a home videos meshed with like a music video kind of thing. I don't know why I see them going shopping or Rihanna going shopping. Like literally got she's got the cart, she's kind of smiling at people, laughing, kind of thing. I almost want to say maybe she has the kids or something like that. Like there's something about being regal but also being normal at the same time that they may try to portray or project as a couple, or integrate. But I definitely see like a ring. So I definitely feel like ASAP Rocky will like engage, or they will. There's the possibility of engagement here, and I see the ring could be really nice. It's not like a traditional ring. There's something about it where like the whole band is like full of diamonds or something like that. It's a really pretty special ring. Yeah. Or it could be like silver mixed with diamonds or some sort of like metal, maybe. Maybe I don't. I see like more so silver, white kind of thing, but it could be gold or a mixture of metals with crystals, diamonds, something like that. Um, there also could be more than one ring that could symbolize two different things. Like I want to say like this is like a mood ring that I'm seeing, but like this is definitely not a mood ring you get, in those machines where you play, it has the claw and you go pick it up and it drops it down and you grab it out of the machine. This isn't that kind of mood ring. This is a mood ring like it's expensive with like gold and lapis lazuli, it looks like to me. Like, yeah. It almost looks like the center of it could be moonstone as like the gemstone that would signify the mood or something like that, or I don't know, a pearl or something. I don't know. Like it looks to me like a mood ring, but it could have more significance. I don't know why I'm seeing green nails. This definitely could be Rihanna, but I don't know why I'm literally seeing ASAP Rocky, maybe with like something on his nails. I'm not judging. That's interesting. Once again, this is all alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes. But I feel like it's once again something with the kids, like encouraging the kids to be themselves. But yeah, my wish is that these two do last a long time. I don't know why I see there's a possibility of, because I keep seeing a split down the middle. So to me, that means like that could be a separation, that could be a breakup, that could be like a halt, a pause. But I'm not wishing that for them. But once again, I go back to if that's the case, there's something about the reality is that these are two people who will forever be to some degree, unless ASAP Rocky stays in it for the long haul. It's gonna take a while for ASAP Rocky to financially catch up to where Rihanna is, and we all know finances, stability, and all those types of things are a big deal, a big factor in relationships. So these are two people in completely two different tax brackets. I think I'll say it that way. Of course, I think Rihanna is going to help ASAP Rocky severely level up, but there's something where ASAP Rocky, like, he has to be careful of letting his insecurity get the best of him, because once again, that could be a downfall. Not saying it's all on him, or it would all be on him, or it would all be his fault if that were the case, but maybe the catalyst for something, right? He also has to be careful of letting his ego, though, get the best of him. Because it's like he could have a period of being insecure, being in this new space, this new environment, and then start to get comfortable and used to everything. And then that confidence and that ego comes out, and it's like, oh, really? Let me put you down to size. Let me, it's like you're in a completely different echelon. You're in a completely different, lifestyle than you were before, and you got to be careful because those old hood tricks, I'll say, or those old that hood mentality. The street smarts is important. The street smarts is important. The hood mentality and the hood tricks, eh, you know. Um, but especially when it comes to this new echelon he's entering, like these aren't just some dudes off the block, if you get what I'm saying. Like, these are dudes who have been in the game, for maybe generations, have seen a lot, have had a lot of money, maybe lost a lot of money, gained a lot of money. They have the street smarts too, right? But they also have the business smarts as well. Like the smarts of how things work behind the industry when you're at the tip top, not at, ASAP Rocky level before he got with Rihanna, which, does that make sense? Rihanna's at the tip top. She's a decision maker or she's working her way to becoming one of those people, a decision maker, being a producer. Being on the Isle of Versailles. With other producers or other, um, executives. Making decisions. Kind of having dinner. Like that kind of thing. Like that's Rihanna's life. ASAP Rocky's life is tour, studio. Like he's still in that mode, you know, or he's in transition from that mode. Tour, studio, making beats, chilling with friends, on to the next thing, on to the next gig, photo shoot, like that kind of thing, where he's like a product, but Rihanna's getting to the point where she's making the products. So in that sense, Rihanna could make, you know, an ASAP Rocky. She could build an ASAP Rocky. You know, does that make sense? I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, but that may, like, if anything, that would be an issue here. So, and it's kind of like a common trope we see: powerful woman, a powerful woman with a man who maybe isn't seen as so necessarily on the same level. Doesn't mean he's not on the same level, but in terms of the public eye, the reality is when he comes in those industry, parties and meetings and stuff like that, and he's on, Rihanna's, shoulder and vice versa, she's on his, it's like, who's this guy? Like he's gonna have to show and prove himself. So that's one major thing I'm seeing. um, I don't know why I literally hear a phone call between the two of them. I'm seeing lots of drinks, lots of wine, but I hear a phone call between the two of them. And I feel like ASAP Rocky is like trying to convince Rihanna, no, I didn't do that. I'm not lying. That didn't happen. I feel like they're like in different countries or different states or something like that too. So ASAP has to be careful for sure because Rihanna's not, she's not one to play with. So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and see what I see in the cards, and we'll end the reading there. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. And we're black. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. I be that pretty mother, Harlem's what I'm reppin'. Tell mine, quit the, we gon' make it in a second. Ooh. ASAP Rocky, we used to love ASAP Rocky in Richmond, Virginia. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of the past reading. Amen, amen, amen. He used to make some good songs. All right, Spirit, what can you tell us about the future between Rihanna and ASAP Rocky? What is to come in the future in the relationship between ASAP Rocky? Remember, like the video, share, subscribe if you want a personal reading, if you want me to look into your relationship or the future of your love life, or if you have any questions just in general you want to ask, contact me at 703-791-9162. I am also available for international clients as well. And visit my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. The first card I get is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of someone who is self-sustained, independent, or an energy of independence, self-sustaining energy, self-sufficiency. Nine of Pentacles is someone who is in their bag. Nine of Pentacles is a card of, someone who's glowing up. All right. And this definitely could be these two. All right. There could be something with these two where maybe they come out with products or they decide to come out with something together once again. So maybe they come out with a product where both of their names are tied in. Or I'm wondering if they would do something similar to Beyonce and Jay-Z, like something like the On the Run tour. You know, maybe not necessarily the same, but something similar, right? Maybe something under the same umbrella. Ella, eh, 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 eh. Alright, sorry. I get the Four of Cups connected to money, finances, and personal belongings. Four of Cups is a card of, typically to me, Four of Cups is like boredom, not feeling emotionally connected to your environment, your surroundings, or the people you're connected to or surrounded by. Four is a card of unexpected change, or four is a number of unexpected change. It's a card of humanitarianism. Definitely an energy of a lot of people in their business, especially financially. Like for some reason, financially is a big factor here, both for them as a couple, but also for those on the outside looking in. Like there's something about how much money do they have, how much money have they made together, who makes more money. Like there's something about that moving forward. And it could also deal with once again the people they surround themselves with, or the people they are connected to or hang around. I get a King of Swords. This will be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius male. King of Swords is typically a male in a position of power, or it's a male who definitely could be an old soul, or is someone who is typically older in age, meaning like 40 and above. So we know, I don't know, ASAP Rocky couldn't be 40. How old is ASAP Rocky? Let's see. ASAP Rocky. Oh, he's 34, so he's pushing it. And he's a Libra, so this actually definitely could be ASAP Rocky. He's a Libra. This would be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Alright. ASAP Rocky birthday. I want to know when he was born. Birthday. He was born October 3rd, 1988. Oh wow, so he's older than me. And Rihanna birthday. Oh, she's born February 20th, 1988. So they're both born in the same year. So this definitely could be A$AP Rocky. The King of Swords shows up in a placement of communication, intellect, the mind. We know that he's very intellectual. It also does show up in a placement of young childhood to young adult years. So I do feel like there's something, and this could deal with his mentality to some degree, where there could be a need to grow up for A$AP Rocky. There definitely could be something about having children that definitely may force him to grow up. All right. But it could be somehow in some of the things he says, or like whether he says certain things in interviews, or whether he says certain things in his songs. Like there's something where it's like, once again, now that he's with Rihanna, it's like he could be called out for certain things. All right. Like, and that's the thing too. Like certain things you may have been able to get away with, pre Rihanna, you're not going to be able to get away with now. Once again, you're in a different echelon. I get the Lover's card connected to family, home, and emotions. I think these two want lots of kids. I think these two want a home. They want, a family, of their own. I think that's very important to them. I also think there's a strong emotional bond or connection between these two. All right. There's also something where like the families like could love them together, or something about family could love them together, whether it's her family loves them together or his family loves them together, or both, or vice versa. Very interesting. Um hmm. I get the Eight of Pentacles connected to confidence, ego, self expression, creativity, purpose in life. They're definitely gonna build together. They're gonna build a legacy together. Like this is a strong point in their relationship. A strong, facet of their relationship is their ability to build together, to be a power couple, basically. I get the Hierophant connected to work, job, daily routine. I get the Temperance card connected to one-on-one relationships and business partnerships and marriage. There definitely could be something about marriage or engagement, good news. Things definitely heading in that direction to some degree. The Hierophant is a card of, it could be a male ancestor, it could be divine rules and regulations as well. The Hierophant could be a male with, in a position of power as well in the physical realm. To me, this could be like an executive or something like that because they show up connected to work. I do get the Seven of Swords connected to change, evolution, growth, endings, and loss. So, seven is a number of secrecy, life behind closed doors, a need for privacy, solitude. So there could be an issue of like needing privacy, needing solitude in this relationship potentially. Whether they need privacy, as a couple, or need privacy individually. I feel like it's more so as a couple. There also could be secrets, like you know how it is when you're in the public eye. Beyonce and Jay-Z go through this all the time. There's always rumors every 2, 3, 4, 5 years that they're gonna break up. It's like you have to be strong to be. And imagine having your family members and friends contacting you and say are y'all good? Because I just saw in the newspaper, or I saw on this this or that web podcast or whatever it is that y'all are breaking up. But you have to remain strong, to be able to withstand those types of rumors. You have to have good mental health, and things of that nature. You have to have good communication, openness between the two of you. The World card is showing up connected to travel, relocation, optimism. To me, the World card could be a pregnancy card. The Lovers card also shows up connected to the motherhood. So I do feel like she could get pregnant again. This definitely could signify her being pregnant now, but I think they're gonna want to like get pregnant again with a third child, and then it's possible maybe that there could be another one right after that. I get the Ace of Pentacles connected to career, professional destiny, status in society, fatherhood energy. The past, the Ace of Pentacles to me can sometimes be a card of engagement. It is facing the World card. I think they're gonna do something together. It could be like a joint tour. It could be a joint album. It could be producing something together, inventing something together. But I see them doing something business wise. There's going to become a point, though, down the line where they're going to have to really watch how they move or who they spend time around, who they trust, who they do business with. There could be something about a new year or January, February time, or connected to the numbers 5 or 11, 5 to 11 days, weeks, months, maybe. It could be an incident on social media or with business or business partners, maybe. The last card I get is the Knight of Wands, so this would be an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or Pisces person. We do know that Rihanna is a Pisces. A knight is typically someone between the ages of 20s, to maybe early 30s, 40s at the most. So this definitely could be Rihanna. She definitely could have a sense of fieriness to her. Alright. And it's interesting, at the end of the day, Rihanna's going to do what Rihanna wants to do. Rihanna also has a little bit of rebellion in her, so whenever she's acting rebellious, you know that there could be potentially something going on the home front. A$AP Rocky may be acting up or something like that, allegedly, once again. Alright. Alright, you guys, let's get a final card for these two, and then I'm going to go and finish my cleaning. What final message does Spirit have about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. They got the messenger of abundance. I think there's abundance all around them. Abundance came in pregnancy. It says wonderful news regarding your career. A new job, a promotion, or acceptance into an excellent school comes into your life. That's interesting. I wonder if one of them could be involved in school or teaching classes. That would be cool. It says you might feel ready to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. I could see A$AP Rocky teaching classes at like Harvard or something like that, or something, being connected to, something along those lines. It says this situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes mischievous. I think that's Rihanna. It says this person who may be you is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. I think that's A$AP Rocky. I think these two work well together in a lot of ways, and we're gonna see that, moving forward, how their styles blend together, their music, their flow. Like, I see them working well together in a lot of ways, and I look forward to seeing, the product of that content. Alright, you guys, love and light. I will see you guys in the next video. I will see you in your own personal, or talk to you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, Spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, Spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me.